Okay, this is going to be quick. You may be wondering why I haven't done a Flash review in a while, or any of the other CW series, when I started out doing them, and I've been a huge fan and supporter of them up to this point. It's because the writers have killed the Flash. First of all, they clearly didn't want to write the Barry Allen Flash anymore, and that's fine. But they got rid of him in the most cliched and stupid way possible. Here's what I would have done if I were in their shoes and they didn't want to write Barry Allen as the Flash anymore. Instead of kicking the Flash out of the show called The Flash, which now features 0 scenes of the Flash in it, I would have just had him stay trapped in the Speed Force to keep the universe balanced. And have Wally take over as the Flash in season 4. Then you would have gotten fresh ideas. Then they would have had fresh character development. They would have had a clean slate. They would have had a pretty much clean slate, and they could move on. And they could even do this grieved Iris thing. And it would have made a lot more sense, and it would have been a lot less stupid. Just have Wally be the Flash. They should have just gotten rid of the bear. They should have just kept him in the Speed Force, since they clearly don't want to write for him and they clearly hate his character. Instead, they have him acting stupid, trusting the system even when he knows the evidence is planted. That is just stupid. Having him go to prison on a principle that you don't question the system no matter what, even when you know it's rigged, is just stupid. When, between Cisco being hacked into the CCPD, here's the thing, it's not wrong. He's done it before. He's moved people around. He moved the guy out of prison to keep him locked up so that he'd be wrongfully convicted of trying to escape and get more time on his prison sentence. So Barry clearly has no problem with messing with the system. Now, when the system has already been messed with by the Thinker, he has super speed, access to the crime lab, and Cisco was hacked into their system, into the CCPD systems. So they could have made all the evidence against him disappear. Now, he would still have a cloud hanging over his head, and he still wouldn't be able to work at the CCPD, but guess what? You can't convict somebody on evidence that you can't present in court for them to defend themselves against. You can't. So if they don't have the pictures of the blood, if they don't have the physical proof anymore that the body was there, if they don't have the knife, they can't convict. And yet they had everyone conveniently forget that and think that the only option is for him to be a fugitive. No, they can't convict. The CCPD would have been seen as mishandling evidence, and he would have to go free. That's what would happen. Nothing else. So he didn't have to be a fugitive. But instead, they're going the stupid cliched route. And a show's out of ideas when they send their main character to prison to get him out of the way so that they can focus on other characters. That's the sign that a show is in its death throes. And that's what I think The Flash is in. It went from being the best of the CW shows for its first 3 seasons to now being the worst. And yes, I am saying that it is worse than Supergirl this season. Yeah. Yes, and with Black Lightning out there actually being interesting, I see no reason to watch it. There isn't a reason. This show simply has been killed by bad writing, where only Cisco seems to care that Barry's in prison. Iris seems to only care when she get that, but other than that, everybody else seems to be happy that Barry's in prison because they all get to be superheroes now. Because the writers didn't want to write Barry Allen's Flash anymore. Well, if you didn't want to write his Flash, then don't have him be the star of the series. Simple as that. Or end the series at the end of season 3 and change the name of the series to... They seem to want it to be about Iris, so just change the name of the series to make a new series called Iris West. And just make it about her. And I'd be fine with any of those options. But what they've done is just the stupidest, most cliched thing, and it's made my favorite CW show an annoying, just piece of cliched garbage that doesn't even feature its title character, where the writers don't even care. They were sick of writing for this character, and instead of letting him have his heroic exit, like Barry Allen's Flash got a heroic exit when he was in Crisis on Infinite Earths back in 1985. Now, I thought what they did last season was going to be Barry Allen's heroic exit from the show last season. And again, I was fine with that. I was fine with Wally taking over and working with Iris. But no, they had to go this stupid cliched route and kill the series. So, yeah, that's why I'm not handling it, because one, I have to stay up to see it. I have to tune in at a certain time to see it, or catch it on the CW streaming before it goes off, which I can't go to the streaming site while my computer is making videos. So that's a real bummer, and my computer is on its last leg and taking like 6 hours to make a 20-minute video. So that's a kick right there. So I have to clear out time on my computer to watch it on streaming, or tune in at 8 o'clock every Tuesday and hope that nobody's in the living room talking so I can hear the dialogue. So yeah, it's just garbage. It's not worth going to the hassle for. Before I would have told everyone to watch before I was telling everyone to watch this series, and I was making excuses for it, but now no, it is exactly the kind of garbage critics of the CW call it, and it's not worth watching anymore, and it's not worth putting in the effort to review. The writers don't care, so why should I? That's my final thoughts, and that is why I am no longer watching or reviewing The Flash. And The Flash is dead, if you ask me. Alright, thanks for listening, and goodbye.